All right, great. Welcome back, everyone. Tune into another edition of My Thoughts. Guess what? If you're new, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that bell button. And then, again, if you're tuning back in once again, I appreciate you coming here to checking out another edition of My Thoughts. So, before we get right into it, there's a couple of things I want to go ahead and jump into beforehand. And that's basically just my projects that I've been doing since I've been away, not here, I've been out there in the field. So I basically want to go ahead and touch on a series of clients and projects that I've been working on and share that with you as well. So the first one is I did a cleaning commercial ad campaign for a company, and once I finish this, we'll be jumping into that before we get started into the new my thoughts topic. And then the other one was a DJ party for his birthday event. That was a private party that I did. Make sure you check that out. The link for that's going to be down below under the description. And then as well, there was another particular client I did was an inspirational speaker. She was doing a Q&A session for a local chef here in the area. Make sure you check that out. The link will be down below in the description. And then I also did a collaborative project with other multiple filmmakers, and that was down here in Washington, D.C. at the Black Lives Matter Plaza. That was a great event. I was the main A camera operator there for that project. And then lastly, but not least, I also did a commercial ad campaign for independent infant baby massage practice visual. So make sure you check all those projects down below in the description. And before we jump into the topic, we're gonna go ahead and get to that cleaning company commercial that I did. All right, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed what you've seen with one of my projects that I was sharing with you. Make sure you leave your comments down here below to check that out. And now we're gonna go ahead and get right into the topic, which is what are my thoughts about the new Panasonic Lumix S5. Let's go ahead and get right into it. I'm excited about it. I'm not one of those S1 creatives that's kind of disappointed. I just felt like it was needed in something that could be more cost efficient and friendly to new filmmakers and creators that want to come into the Lumix space on the full frame that hasn't invested in any camera line yet. So thought it was needed, and man, wow, they delivered. Did they deliver? Wow, yeah, they did. Cheaper than the S1. Full vlog already built inside the camera. That's amazing. Of course, with a whole bunch of other features with the camera that's amazing with it, like dual native ISO. That's that letting you know it's inside there. It's kind of basically like a hidden secret inside the S1, but it has it as well. Clean signal native for the full vlog is ISO X640, and then the second signal is at 4000 ISO. So that's your dual native ISO. It also brings the dual zebra feature on the screen. That is awesome. You know, they also bring the luminous spot meter. You know, that is awesome. That is something that was in the S1H, you know, the luminous spot meters, also with the dual zebras on the display. That was also in there. The luminous spot meter is pretty interesting. It's real nice. You basically tap your finger on a box and you go to like your highlights and your shadows, and it basically tells you the exposure readout, you know, how many stops to, you know, balance that particular spot of the image at, whether this is 3 stops or 2 stops over here or whatever, so you can kind of gauge where your exposure needs to be for the image. That is like super dope. That's awesome. They got the 4:3 anamorphic de-squeeze options in it. You know, that's real nice. Yeah, it has a lot of great features with it, you know, for being a creative filmmaker, you know. And this is one that I actually learned watching a series of S5 videos. It also does the automatic switch your horizon. Like if you to turn your S5 like vertical, you could it'll basically flip right then and there, and you can start recording the vertical image for like Instagram. You know, that's awesome, because sometimes, you know, corporate companies need like corporate social media videos, and that you can get it right away. You don't have to get back into post and do it. It already does it in camera for you. You know, so that's pretty phenomenal. That's pretty nice. That's awesome. You know, it's going to have waveforms, you know. It's also bringing in shutter angle as well. You know, all these are with a later firmware update that's going to be coming before the end of the year is out. And the other big one is with the, you know, the monitor, the Atomos Ninja V5. You know, you're gonna get the chance to do 5.9 raw ProRes coming by the way of external recorder. You know, so that's phenomenal. You know, that is like awesome. So it's just like, this is not really your average amateur entry-level camera. It's actually a beast-packed, powerful, kind of one in its only league for what it's packing for at its particular price point, and it's a full frame, you know. And the fact that when you pre-order this, you actually can luck up and get a free lens with it. They're doing a Sigma collaborative deal, Maryland rebate, getting the 45 f2.8 millimeter lens, just giving it away with a Maryland rebate, you know. And then the actual camera is looking to go on sale at the end of the month. You know, that's awesome, by way of price tag of $2,000. And with the kit lens, it's $2,300. You know, so it's super great camera for your value. And then they also improved the depth of defocus, autofocus. They improved it once again. And also all the other S Lumix line of cameras are going to be getting a firmware update later at the end of the year with the new brand autofocus, you know, which is great. So it's making a statement, and I think this is pretty much the one that they needed to get, you know, new filmmakers and creative to really take the whole L-mount alliance and the whole Lumix full frame line of cameras seriously, to really see, you know, that they want to go ahead and that they want a piece of the market share, as you say. So, like I said, I'm an S1 creative. I'm still very excited. And I can see this really being a great B camera to, you know, all the other line of S series Lumix cameras, you know, it being a great B cam for it, you know, and the fact that it's more cinema video centric type of style more so than the S1. That's great. I'm like, oh man, that's awesome. And the fact I can get it cheaper, it's just like, it makes it like a no-brainer buy to add as a second cam, you know. So we'll probably be in the later future adding this as a second camera to my company, you know, the S5. I can definitely see myself doing that. So that is pretty much my thoughts about the Lumix S5, you know. And like I said, I still have more information for you about Panasonic. We're not done yet, you know, so let's go ahead and talk about the lens roadmap ahead of us. And they also made an announcement that they're going to be actually bringing the 85 1.8 in November of 2020. Which that's awesome, because now they're going to start producing the 1.8 lenses, which they should be more cost efficient. So way to go on that, Panasonic. That's much needed. And they're going to be adding the 50 millimeter 1.8, the 24 millimeter 1.8, and the 35 millimeter 1.8. And then I also seen on the roadmap the 100 millimeter 2.8. And I believe all these lenses are going to be coming out sometime in the new year, which is 2021. So I really I'm really excited with you know, Panasonic is doing with the Lumix full frame line of cameras, and also, but wait, one more thing, the S1H, the S1, and the S1R are all going to be getting the new autofocus update and more, but we just don't know what possibility they're going to be adding more to, because I was also watching a B&H collaborative project with Gerald and Sarah on YouTube. They had like a little Zoom conference, and they were just talking about the whole S5, and then also other YouTubers were chiming in, asking like a Q&A about what, you know, what's to come with Panasonic and all that good stuff. And it kind of hinted like, you know, read between the lines of the S5 has all these new features inside the camera already, and look at the history, what they've been able to do in firmware updates. So the fact that the representative Matt Frazier was saying that leads me to say that they probably will be coming up with like a major filmmaker upgrade to the S1, since it was the first hybrid for the series, you know. So I can definitely see them adding a lot of the S5 features inside the S1 in the future. So hopefully that all that comes, you know, closing out the end of the year, so they could be saying Merry Christmas to all the S1 owners, and we didn't forget about you. But I'm excited. I'm still excited about the S5 and oh, that last feature I didn't talk about, and it also brings back the flippy screen from the GH5. Welcome back, flippy screen. So I know that was a whole lot. I hope you enjoyed this, my thoughts, and that is pretty much my thoughts about the S5. So guess what? Make sure you hit the likes if you like what you heard in the video, and I would like to hear your thoughts about it. And if you're a S1 owner, you know, and you're watching this, I would like to know your thoughts about how you feel about the S5 as well. And if you're new, you know, and thinking about getting into the Panasonic full frame space, let me know if the S1 is the camera for you. So with that being said, I'm out of here. And again, keep learning, keep creating out there. And I will see you on the next edition of My Thoughts. I'm out of here. I also have my own apparel for Y.F.M. Media. You can go check it out in the link description below. It's sponsored by Redbubble. You can go ahead and also, if you just go to Redbubble and type in Y.F.M., all the shirts will come up as well. So definitely, I look forward to everyone, all the subscribers, the supporters, and your contribution will go to building this channel to further better content to this channel. And I always appreciate all the donations that's received from the apparel and supporting this channel. All right, I really appreciate you, and remember to always keep creating.